Does that work?
I can't see your screen.
Okay.
Now I can. There it is.
Now you can. Okay, and just to make sure, can you, if I switch my screen, can you see that?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So now you've, okay. So that's for next time too, then I can just leave them as they are. I've installed the SHF project.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that's missing is the secret keys, I guess.
Right.
So
okay.
That means all the mapping and geocoding features are failing at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some issue with seeding the development database.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I guess that's something to do with the geocoding too, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think that would be related to that.
Okay.
So let me see, find you in Slack here.
Make this one smaller.
So I just DM'd you to messaged you in Slack.
Okay.
So if you can put those values into the .env file, there's a .env example, I believe, that ships with that's in GitHub. If you just drop the .example portion of that and just leave the file .env with those values, then you should be fine. Oops, dropped.
I keep losing you.
Oh.
Okay, starting the screen share. Okay.
So if you just put the,
I've put them in. Yeah, I've put them in the env environment file.
And you dropped the .example portion of that file?
Sorry?
So there was a file called .env.example, right?
Yeah, I copied that and.
Okay. Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, so I'll just see if the geocoding now works.
Okay.
Yep, that's better.
It's hard for me to see what you're running there. Do you just?
Okay, I did all the feature tests in mapping and geocoding.
Oh, I see. Mm-hmm.
Why can't you see it? Is it too small?
Oh, it's just small. Yeah, no, I can make it out a little bit. So.
Okay, so I better use the terminal then. Probably. Okay, but those work. So all the features are green and the specs are green.
Good.
But there's two things that I had to do that I'm not easy. That is makes me a bit uneasy.
Mm-hmm.
One is I had to change the database YAML to get into my Postgres locally.
You had to change the database what?
The YAML file.
Oh, database YAML file? What did you have to do there?
I had to put in a username and a password for my local Postgres.
Okay. Yeah, most of us set up Postgres where the admin doesn't have a name or password locally.
Okay.
But if you do, that's fine. It doesn't make any difference.
Okay, but there's a way to just, okay. So I should do something with Postgres to make it.
Well, you could, but if you have a name and password and you have it in the YAML file, then it works locally, and that's fine. I wouldn't.
Okay, but then
Mhm.
yeah, then I would have to git ignore it and probably.
Well, because it's a name and password only for your local instance of PostgreSQL, it's probably not that critical. But yeah, you may want to do it for that reason. Then you don't want to git ignore that, because if there are changes to that, you want to get them.
Yeah, that's the problem, and I don't want to upload it.
And if you change git ignore, I think, yeah, we maintain that in Git, so everybody will see your changes.
Yeah, so that's not a solution. So okay, so I have to change Postgres to make it accept.
Well, you don't need name and password for admin.
Okay.
Which is pretty insecure, but it's all local, so who cares, right?
Yeah. Okay. That's the first thing, so that's okay. And the second thing I had to do was to do with the version of Thor. I got all kinds of error messages telling me that a string was expected, but a Boolean was given.
Version of Thor, you said? Thor?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is. What are we using that?
I'm not sure what it is either, but it is used somewhere in the log file. So there's some dependencies on it.
I see. Yeah.
And I looked up in Google what the error message did, and they told me that it had something to do with Thor, and that an earlier version would solve it. So that's what I did, but that therefore I had to change the gem file. I'll show you here. Not sure if you can see that, probably not.
I can barely see. It's really small on my screen.
Yeah, I see if I can make it a bit bigger.
Generally, Control or Command plus on the Mac increases the size of the screen.
Yeah,
as opposed to.
I think I tried this before, but I'll do this first. Be big enough.
Oh, that's better.
Okay. So that's what I did to make it not use the version. I think that's 0.19.4.
Was Thor specified in our gem file before?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, that's dangerous because
I know I shouldn't do it. So that's but it was the only way for me to get it working. But perhaps I can just kill it now and see other things. Okay, where is my terminal? Was it bundle update?
Oh no! Don't do update. Yeah, them.
Why is that?
It'll try to update to the latest version of all your gems, and it may not necessarily respect dependencies. So, yeah, we can let it finish. But did it do anything?
Sorry.
Try bundle install again.
Okay.
Complete. Okay.
And then, yeah, so now it's back to 19.4.
Let me see what I've got in my local gem file log.
This is the original one, I think.
I see Thor specified 5 times in the log file. Do you see that?
In the log file, yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
But that's all the 4 version.
That's all the what version?
The 0.19.4 version. Is that the same with you?
No, I've got it specified in various ways. It's a very tight specification depending upon which gem depends upon it.
Okay, the one under. Okay, where is it under?
Yeah. Yeah, 19.4.
But it's 15.4, yeah.
I've got 5 occurrences of it in the gem file.
So do I? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
So one says 15.4 greater than or equal to
the last one is the problem, I think. That was the 19.4. Well, I'll just see if it still gives me problems. If it's solved, then it's okay.
Yep.
Let's see what happens if I run features.
I think it's.
There it goes again. Expected string default for quiet got false.
Is it failing or is it just giving you that warning?
Now it's just giving me that warning, but it was failing. But probably, or it could be that there was something else in play.
It showed it as red. Are you running that within RubyMine?
Yeah, they're still green.
That's okay.
Feel a bit silly talking to myself.
Yeah, it just abruptly dropped. So that particular error I get as well. So I looked at that a while ago. There was some gem that changed that introduced this error, the warning, and everybody sees it.
Okay. Yeah. Reverting back to Thor 19.1 solved it for me.
Yeah, the problem is that I don't think 19.1. I think what's happened in the gem file lock, there are 4 occurrences as a dependency.
Yeah.
And between those 4 occurrences, it's decided that 19.4 is the one that meets those dependencies the best.
Yeah.
It's explicitly is really not advisable, of course. So I'd leave it at night. I'd leave it at unset in the gem file. Let the errors happen. They're just warnings.
Yeah.
They're being issued from a dependent gem. I looked it up at one point. Everybody's seeing those warnings now. There is a way that we can get rid of them, I think, but I didn't bother to do it yet.
Oh, okay.
But they're just warnings. They're annoying, but they don't break us.
Yeah, it's not a problem. I thought it was a problem when nothing seemed to work, but
yeah,
at this moment everything is green. So.
Well, RubyMine is showing it as red, which means it looks fatal, but it's not fatal. I can I go into Rails console, which I'm doing right now, and I'll see the same error. Anytime I fire up Rails.
Yeah. Okay. But this looks okay to me.
Yeah, it looks
almost. It's still running, but and I got it almost running, of course, because I didn't have the secret keys. So
yeah, that would stop you in your tracks. That would kill you up.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't. It didn't at first when I didn't have any data in it.
Ah, right.
Probably because it isn't trying to locate anything then. But as soon as I see that the database, it crashed on the first page.
Ah, I see. Yep.
But that should. Okay, I can stop this probably.
Well, why don't you let it run? Why not?
Okay.
Just make sure. So
okay, and another thing, I looked at the database structure just to get an idea of how it's set up. Can you see my?
I can, yeah.
Okay.
Did you create this dynamically, or is this?
Sorry.
How did you create this, or did we already have this?
No, this is from Data Grip. It's just it does it by itself. You can just create
okay, it's a gem.
No, it's from JetBrains. I've got the JetBrains pack.
Oh, okay. So it reads the schema in real time.
Well, this doesn't look too difficult, but there were a few questions. I don't really understand what the CK editor assets do.
Yeah, so CK editor is an inline edit. It's a JavaScript package that allows you to put an inline editor in a form or on a page, anything you want.
Yeah, that's what you showed me yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. And CK editor, there is a Rails gem that integrates CK editor with Paperclip. Paperclip is a Ruby gem that allows you to manage attachments and files and things like that, things you want to store in the file system.
Okay.
Like files that you upload or images that you put on a page, things like that.
Yeah.
And so CK editor is allowing the user, for instance, to put images in their company description, like their company logo, etc. Oops. Hi, Robert.
Hi again. Yeah.
Yeah, hi.
I don't know why this keeps happening. It's annoying.
Yeah. So anyway, the CK editor. See, I forget the gem that integrates CK editor, Rails. I think it's Rails CK editor, something like that. It creates that table to allow CK editor to use Paperclip to store assets like images and things like that uploaded by the user in the course of using CK editor.
Okay, I understand.
So the CK editor, the text that the user enters, we actually store in the database. The images we store on the file system using Paperclip. And this table allows CK editor to find those assets and load them up in the editor for the user.
Yep. Okay, understood. And the second one I didn't understand was the member pages. I didn't understand why they don't have any relations to either users or companies or.
Yeah, so member pages, let me see. Member pages are something that we call static pages, which are just present and available for members to view. There's things like maybe terms and conditions, maybe a description of how to get subsidized insurance as a member of the trade association, things like that. So they're not associated with any particular, they're just what we call static pages.
Okay, yeah, I misunderstood them to be pages uploaded by members. But that's not, okay, now I understand. It's pages for members.
Pages for members, and let me see if I can, yeah, it's got file name and title. What we do for those, and you don't need to look at this right now, but there's this gem called high voltage that is basically designed to allow you to serve static pages that don't get automatically created via Rails, like an about page or anything like that. Anything that has static content. You can put in a pages directory in your app and then point this high voltage gem at it, and it will allow you to basically grab a page and display it anywhere you want to. Managed by high voltage. So it's nice. So what we've done with CK Editor, we actually allow people to modify those pages using CK Editor.
Yeah.
So they're not necessarily static because they can be dynamically edited by the user, but they're not created by Rails on the fly. They're static from Rails' point of view.
Yeah.
And this member pages table here is to allow us to associate. What I was doing before was there was a file for each page, and the file had the name of the page, the title of the page, and the file name. The problem was
I've seen that the special characters for the Swedish.
Exactly, you've got it. So as you know, file names don't accommodate the 3 special characters as Swedish alphabet has.
Yeah.
And so I had to add this table to associate a file name to an actual title.
Yeah.
That's what that's all about.
Okay. Yeah, I understand. I actually, or coincident, I saw that pairing session with you and Susanna, I think, and Ashley, even talking about a special character in Dutch, supposedly being I and a J put together.
Oh, so we were talking about your alphabet too, huh?
Yeah, I've never thought about it that way. It's just a character for me, but okay, it looks like those two put together. That's true.
Well, if we can get Unix to accommodate diacritics and accents, things like that, local to the language in file names, then we're done. But unfortunately, it's all just straight ASCII without any inflections or anything like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, we've kind of solved that problem. So even if we have to go to, say, Finland, which has the same character set as Sweden, we can do this.
We can do it. Okay. Yep. Okay, then I understand. And then I see the addresses and the communes and regions. That's okay. And I don't really understand why companies don't have an address, or why there's no relationship between those.
Yeah, the problem, there's a strange structure that I'm not entirely comfortable with, but really people are associated with companies through their membership application. And the membership application represents a person who has applied to be a member of SHF.
Yeah. And
associated with that membership is an associated with a company, as you know.
Yeah.
What we do, of course, is in companies there's no address. So we actually use an address associated with a member of the company to at least pinpoint the company at this point, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. Now, at some point in the future, we will have a company address separate from a membership application, and that will be the actual location of the company. But for now, the assumption is that the location of the company coincides with the location of the person associated with an accepted membership application for that company.
Okay.
Which I think leads to problems, but anyway.
Yeah, probably. But I don't even see that relationship between membership application and address, or.
Well, the address table has 2 fields called addressable type and addressable ID. Those are kind of like belongs to associations. You're familiar with those in Rails?
Yeah.
But they're polymorphic.
Oh, and that's why they don't show. Yeah, so they don't show up in.
So I think, now that I'm thinking about it, I think we do have a company address, only one, and we do have each membership application has an address associated with it as well. Okay. And we use the addresses table, and addressable type will be either company or membership application, depending upon which particular. Yeah. Look at polymorphic belongs to associations.
Yes.
That's how that works.
Yeah. So that's probably in the internal metadata table, because you can't show that in this
Well,
diagram.
if you look at the company model,
Yeah.
you're probably going to see something like has
Yeah, I
one
understand. Yeah,
address polymorph as, and it'll say
yeah.
it will say addressable or something like addressable.
Okay.
Has one address as addressable.
Okay.
And then Rails will tie it together for us.
It feels a bit like smell, but that's what you said. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, polymorphic associations can be a little confusing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how it works.
Okay, that's how it works. Okay. Yeah. I understand.
Yeah, because you think of it, address is the same for a person as well as for a company. It's the same fields. No need to duplicate that stuff. So overall, I think the schema is fairly simple. It's a nice time to join the project because it's not very complex at this point.
Yeah.
It's accessible.
It is.
Yeah. But we got some good functionality, and we're doing some interesting stuff, which is fun. So do you want to look at stories that you want? By the way, did your tests succeed or complete?
They did.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Great. You're in business. Oops.
Yeah. Talking to myself again.
No problem.
Just see. I don't understand what's going on because my internet connection is not bad or anything. So.
Yeah, you're actually coming through without any lag or anything. It's a great connection.
I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay. So yes, they were all green. That's what I was telling you.
Okay.
And another few warnings, but okay. Have you seen those? The warnings already initialized constants.
Let me see that. Already initialized. Already initialized constant. Let's see what.
It's supposed to be in seats. Let's see what happened there.
Yeah, I've seen those before. They're definitely just warnings. We should do something about those to get rid of them, though. Does that seed error message get redefined within that same file? I don't think it does.
No, I'm showing you the file on my screen.
Yeah, that's the only place it's defined, right?
I think it is, and that's what it says. It's already initialized previous definition in line 14. So it's strange. It says already initialized in line 14 and previous definition in line 14.
Yeah, little circular reasoning, huh?
A bit, yeah. Strange.
Is there what's included at the top of that file? Just curious.
A faker.
Just faker, okay. Yeah, well that wouldn't be.
And yeah. Okay, I can look into that and see if I can find something now.
Yeah, it's innocuous. It doesn't hurt us. I
No,
think I've
true.
seen that a little bit before. I don't see as many warnings as you're seeing here, but
Okay.
yeah, at some point we should try to chase that down. And
I'll see if I can find something.
how are you running the seed? Are you using that DB recreate task?
What? Sorry. What were you asking?
In order to create are you using the DB_recreate task in order to load the database?
I have done. Yeah. Yeah.
Where are these warnings coming from? What command are you running?
This is just during the tests.
Ah. Oh. Okay. So can you search on seed error messages across all the files in the app?
Yeah, probably.
I can do that on my side too.
Can I? I'm not sure. It says it's got 3 here, but okay. All files. Do we really need all files?
I just did a search on my side. I only see that particular constant in the seeds file, no place else. And it's complaining about all those constants at the top of that file, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Password.
Yeah, so
there's a lot more. Okay, and then it comes. Okay, that are other tests, of course. Yeah.
Let me probably see those. Let me see if I can. We're just going to run RSpec locally here real quickly. See what. So I see this string value business.
This is when I. Okay, this is when I do the feature test. I'm not sure if they do it on the specs.
I see. Run RSpec real quickly here. Yeah, I'm getting them on RSpec as well.
On RSpec too. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. And that's coming out of. It's going to load admin email. There must be some RSpec tests for the seeds file itself. There is. There's a spec/db/seedspec.rb, which is running these. And let's see. It is redefining SFH admin email and SFH admin password.
Okay. Sorry, where are you looking?
I'm looking at the spec directory / the DB and then seed spec. Yeah.
But that's okay. That's another one.
Yeah.
This is the seed error message.
So I think in that file, line 15, there's a before each.
Okay.
Perhaps what's happening, I think that line 18 is loading the seed file. And every time it loads it, maybe it's complaining about a redefinition of the same constant.
Okay, so only the first time, yeah, okay, probably.
That may be what's happening there.
Yeah, and that would, yeah, then the error message is understandable too, because it is in that line.
Oh, it is? Okay. So
Yeah.
there's probably some way we can tell it to ignore redefining the same constant. That may be a good story to add to our pivotal tracker to get that done at some point.
Yeah.
Right now it's very annoying. Yeah, I see the exact same warnings that you're seeing.
Okay.
Yep. I guess I've gotten used to it. So it's a warning. So let's focus on stuff that's broken, you know.
That's how it works. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know how it is. You get technical.
Desensitized to stuff.
What's that?
We get desensitized to stuff.
Exactly. And we have technical debt building up here, but okay, cool. Do you want to look at stories maybe? And
yes. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Let me see.
So are you gonna
yeah, I'll share my
your
screen.
screen and then.
Yep.
And I can stop it probably somewhere.
Yeah, let me. I have to stop presenting you.
I stopped. Okay, I stopped.
Yep.
It.
Yep. No, you should be able to see my screen now.
Yep.
Okay.
Great.
So I'm thinking maybe a good story to take on might be this. Which one? This one here, which is so we have. So maybe I can do recreate this, hopefully. But when we look at the membership application status as an admin,
yes.
Then what this is saying is that for, and an application can go through different state changes. So the same user can have the same application that's gone through, it's submitted, it's accepted, it's revoked, it's waiting for information, anything.
Yes.
So what this is saying is that each instance of the membership application correspond to each state that it's gone through is showing up in the view. So,
and not only the current state.
We only should show the current state, exactly.
Yeah.
And let me just show you where that is. So, bring up application.
Are you recording this session?
I was. Let me make sure I still am. Yes, I am still recording. Yeah. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to English. I'm going to log in, and I'm going to log in as the SHF admin person.
Yes.
And here, if you look at our seeds file, you're going to see where we create this admin record here.
Okay. Yeah.
In fact, so in the seeds file, you should see something like that: username that and password that. That's where that's coming from. So I'll just using my password manager. So the default landing page for an admin is to look at incoming applications. So if, for instance, if you look at this, this is good actually.
Yeah.
So this person here.
This should be under review only.
Exactly. So went new, ready for review, waiting for applicants. Anyways, one of these is it could be waiting for applicant or under review. It's probably waiting for applicant because the admin moves it to, okay, I'm going to start looking at this application, and that means it's ready for, it's under review. And then he or she found something that's missing, some information.
And they ask the applicant, and then it's waiting for applicant. Yeah.
Exactly. So it'd be this one. And of course, it's right now, I think we're going to have to go by timestamps to figure out what the latest is. But that's okay. You know.
Yeah.
There is something called the paperclip gem that I think Ashley wants to put in to help us track prior versions of models, which might be useful for this, but I don't think we should wait for that. We should just go ahead.
Yeah, you can always change it afterwards. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
It's interesting though. Why do we keep a record? We recreate the record every time, as opposed to just update status.
So those are actual membership application records.
They are. So we're duplicating the same membership application over and over again, and all we're doing is changing the status and, of course, the update time, which strikes me as, when we put the paperclip gem in, we probably would do away with that, only keep one instance of the record, and we could recover prior instances by using the paper trail gem going back in time.
Yeah.
It creates a versions table and keeps track of prior versions of the model.
Okay.
For us, but anyway.
But then it will be really in the model, probably, or.
Yes. Yes,
okay.
It would be in the model. But in this case, it looks like we've got 4 records for this person, same company, same application.
Almost all of them have 4, yeah.
I'm not sure why we did it, but anyway, we can build on that. So I think this might be a useful story to tackle.
Okay, but for the time being, the 4 records just stay, and I just show the last one.
Yeah, this is just to. Yeah, this story is just to show the last one.
Just to show only one, yeah.
Not to refactor the way we're doing the model itself. Yeah.
Okay. I'll just write down the number 144 95486 Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one, because you've already started to look at the schema, etc. I think you know how it all comes together. And this would be fairly straightforward. It would introduce you to the way we're doing views as well. You'll see that, and the way we're managing classes and CSS, things like that. Not too complicated, but it's good introduction to it. It's good
to dive into the,
Yeah, so I think this, and then it reduces all this clutter that we have. But let's say we are waiting for applicant. Maybe this is the only record that shows up now for this particular application. We go to manage, and we can see waiting for applicant. We probably at some point need to show, and this is where the paperclip gem comes in. We need to show the history. Yeah, we'd have to show the history of the application here, but we don't need to worry about that right now. So you can see here, the idea is, again, this is just seed data, it's fake data, but it represents reality pretty well, because we're waiting for the applicant, because the applicant is supposed to upload things that attest to the fact that they are certified in these services, trim, dog grooming, I guess. And I don't know what that word is, but they're certified in that as well. That's the whole idea. So they have to apply, and then they have to present proof that they're certified in the services they say that they offer. And so that's what's going on from a business point of view.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and one other thing I saw, changing the language changes almost everything except for the title.
The title up here? Yeah. Yep. And I don't think we've bothered with changing title anywhere. Let me go see. Let's look at, that's the same everywhere, right? Yeah. Well, I think that's either by design or we just haven't gotten around to changing title. The key thing is this information is accessible. Look at that. We have a little bit of a, can you, what's that?
Yeah, I saw it too.
Right there. You see it right there?
Yeah.
A little bit of a holdover there.
What is it?
Well, when you log in, let me go to some.
Oh, it's here too. Yeah.
That goes away. Interesting. So when we're logged in, typically what happens is up here, there's a banner that says you are logged in as admin.
Oh, yeah.
It seems to be gone now. And I think it sticks around forever. It's not one of those banners that goes away after a few seconds. I think it's still there, but we're occluding it.
But you can't see it, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we're covering it up here. Not a big thing. Not a big. In fact, I don't think we should take up valuable real estate with a constant message up here saying you're logged in as admin. That's just my opinion. We should have a little icon over here or something. So yeah, but getting back to your point, yep, it's static. It looks like maybe at some point, if to be honest, mostly the English stuff is a convenience to us developers. So we
I understand, because there's not probably a lot of international people using this application.
This is, I mean, SHF is by definition a Swedish dog industry trade association, period. If we went to, let's say somebody in Finland wanted to do the same thing, or Norway, we could readily change to another language. In which case the title would either have to change dynamically or just change once consistent with the language, and it's the same title for all pages. But the key thing for English, like I said, right now is for convenience for us developers.
We can understand what happens. Yeah.
Otherwise, it would just be impossible, right? We'd go crazy.
Okay.
So here, I just want to point out that we're using. Have you ever used the select2 JavaScript package?
No.
So okay, so it makes your standard selects kind of turbocharged. So this is, you know, we can, all this behavior here is by the select2 package.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a very nice thing.
Looks great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. It really works really well. So, all right. So I think that's good. I think that's doable. So, are you part of our Pivotal Tracker project at this point?
Probably not yet. No.
Do you have a Pivotal Tracker?
I do have one. I think it's just. I'll have a look. Can I request access, or?
Yes. So what I'd say is, if you just on the channel page, excuse me, on the Slack channel for the project.
Okay.
Just in, because I don't appear to have admin rights to add somebody to the project itself.
Oh yeah.
So I'm looking at this here. Yeah, I don't. Let me go see if I go to this. No, it just loads that up. Yeah, that's not going to help. So it's probably Susanna who's got admin rights. So if you just want to put in your Pivotal Tracker username here, just say @thesus is what her handle is. Can you see that okay?
Wait.
Or you can just say @Patrick, my PT username is, and then I'll just make sure that Susanna sees that and adds you.
Or I can do it at Susanna too, if you.
Okay. Yeah.
I talked to her before.
Oh, good. Oh, that's right. Okay, great.
Okay. Okay, is it just my username, or should it be the? Yeah, just the email.
Username. Just username.
Just username. Okay.
Which is typically, I think, email. Typically, right?
Well, no, my username is just Robert Kram. I'll just add it anyway.
Yeah. Okay, that should work.
Better safe than sorry. Okay, done.
Okay, perfect. So hopefully, oh, did you send it to her directly? Direct
Yeah.
message? Okay, all right. So in terms of our next meeting, so I mentioned we got these weekly meetings. I thought it was 7 o'clock your time, but I'm seeing here it's 7:30. Let me see if I can
Okay.
get Ashley and Susanna to agree to moving it back to 7 o'clock.
Yeah, because 7:30 is really going to be a problem.
Yes, I know. And starting next week, what Ashley and I would like to do is start meeting on Tuesdays as well. So we have 2 meetings per week.
Yeah.
And hopefully at 7 o'clock CEST as well.
Okay. So that's
If that
Tuesday
works.
and Thursday.
Tuesday and Thursday, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see if Suzanne and Ashley are okay with moving this back to 7. Right now we're doing only 1 team meeting a week because Susanna's availability is kind of spotty.
Mm-hmm.
But Ashley and I want to do at least 2 per week at this point.
Okay. But they're quite close together.
Tuesdays and Thursdays?
Yeah.
Well, so you think Mondays and Thursdays might be more reasonable?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay. Let me talk to Ashley about
well,
that.
Yeah. Just I don't mind, but it's just 1 day in between, so or 2 days in between. It's very short.
Yeah.
If you've only got 2 meetings a week.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Well, let me check with Ashley, and she should probably be okay with that. And we'll take it from there.
Okay.
All right. I think you're all set now, except you need to well, you can start on the story as well, right? But
I can. Yeah. And thanks very much.
Yeah, no problem.
And okay, and so tonight is not a meeting yet?
No, I don't think we'll start tonight because you and I have connected.
Yeah.
Well, Ashley and I may connect at 7 or 7:30. I'm not sure. Don't feel that you have to attend that because we've got you launched.
Okay.
So you're good to go.
Okay, and next Thursday there is a meeting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, this Thursday. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'll try to make sure that we can make it at 7 rather than 7 because I know 7:30 is not workable for you.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll work for everybody.
Great.
That action item.
Thanks again.
All right. No problem. Any questions, just ping me on Slack or maybe the project channel as well if I'm not around.
Okay,
and,
I will.
We'll keep moving ahead.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. Thanks, Robert. Bye for now.
Thanks, bye.